This video, we're going to talk about the Nameless in Deadzone Outbreak. Okay, let's talk about the Nameless. So I have nothing highlighted because it is all new, and let's just get right to it. So we'll start off with the leaders. The first one is the Fear. Okay, you get this guy in Star Saga, and he moves 1 to 2, armor 1, size 1, 4, 5, 4 across the board, tack 1, resilient 1. So resilient is a new rule, and what resilient is it's basically similar to weight of fire. I'm calling it weight of health. Okay, and this model may reroll end dice when making a survive test. So essentially, if you make a save and you fail that save, so let's say he gets a 3 for his 4, you get to reroll one of those dice. Just, the 8s still explode, and everything is the same with that, but now you're rerolling a save. Very cool rule, something new. He comes with a shoulder-mounted phaser, range 6, AP 1, weight of fire 1. His ripping tentacles are range F, AP 1 frenzy. He's pretty good. Good fighter, good shoot, average fight stat, good shoot stat, good survive stat. His splat is the Creeping Fear. Spend an army special result to give the active model a stealthy and resilient 1 abilities until the end of the round. If a model already has resilient, add +1 to it, so you make his resilience even stronger. Let's talk about stealthy. Stealthy. When this model is the target of a shoot action, the attacking model may not benefit from the clear shot modifier. So basically, you can't see him that good, and you don't get your +2, okay? So not getting a +2 for your full model. And the recon is 5+. So he's a pretty good leader. That's 30 points, 3 VPs. Let's move on to the Psychotroid. Okay, the Psychotroid has move of 1 to 2, armor 1s. He's a size 2 leader, 5, 6, 5 across the board. He's resilience 2, so we just went over resilient before. Now you can reroll 2 of those dice. Beast, tenacious, psychic, and he's attack 2. Let's go and see what tenacious does. So tenacious is this model is able to entangle and restrict a model as it moves away. A model leaving a cube containing a model with this ability rolls 1 less dice for breakaway actions. So essentially, you're just going to try to get away from this guy, and when you're rolling to get away, it's a -1 dice. He has Psychic Subjugation, which is range 4 Psychic Suppression. Psychic Surge, range 4 Psychic, it's Invigorate, and Psychic Stunning, which is range 5 Psychic Stun. So his shooting attacks are pretty good because all psychic abilities you do not need line of sight. So you get Suppression, Invigorate, which is you get to reactivate a model, and Stun, which is not bad. Decent ranges, range 4 and 5. So really, really good. The Aura of Dread. Now he's got a long splat. Let's get to it. So spend an army special result on a command dice at the start or end of a model's activation. You may choose 1 non-pinned enemy model within 2 cubes and line of sight and move it 1 cube directly away from the active model. Now, if a model enters a cube with an enemy model, it will initiate a fight action, but may only roll to survive. So if you have to pick an enemy model, and you can move them directly away from you, 1 cube away from you. Now, you can check the FAQ and the main rule book. It'll tell you about directly away. But basically, where the guy is, you just kind of point a line in the direction and move him that way. If the model enters a cube, it will initiate a fight, but may only survive. So that's pretty good. You can kind of move a guy 1 cube, and he'll go into something that's you'll see later on. There's some combat beasts in here, or even some little guys, whatever, and he can only survive. So that's tough. If the model was in an occupied cube, it must break away to leave the cube. So you got to roll for breakaway. Obviously, that's okay. The model is then marked as activated if it was not already. You may spend the maximum of 1 special result per activation model with the construct or vehicle abilities are unaffected by this rule. So it's pretty cool. If you got a guy who's really tough, say he already went already, you move him away. He could do a breakaway, go into a cube with a fight. Let's say it's a Kalishi, They got a 3-up fight, so he's gonna move him away. He's got to break away because they got a 5-up save. And if that guy doesn't kill him and you move him into another cube, he's got to fight somebody, but they can only survive. So it's almost like they're pinned, and you don't pin the model, but it's as if he was pinned. It's really cool. Contract and vehicles are not affected by it. There's a cool rule. You got to get close, within Q cubes, line of sight. So essentially your cube and 2 more. It's situational, line of sight and stuff, but very cool rule nonetheless. And this guy is big. So he's 36 points for VPs. He's one of the more expensive ones. Very cool though. Resilience 2 with a 5-up save. You're going to need that. Attack 2. All right. This guy I really like. He is the Blight. He moves on a 1-2. He's got armor 1. He's a size 2. Another size 2 leader. Okay. His stats are 5, 4, 4 across the board. He's attack 1, resilience 1, and tough. So we've just gone over resilience, and you guys know what tough is. Tough is one of the best things to have in the game. He has the Ravenous Maw, range F, AP 2, frenzy 1. Oh my goodness, on a 4-up fight. Corrosive Blast, range 3, AP 1, it burns. Woo! Love that. I love that it burns, okay? Okay, his splat is the Caustic Splittle. Spend an army special result to allow the active model to perform a free shoot action with range 2, it burns. If the model has no shoot stat, it can still make a ranged attack, but with a shoot stat of 7+. So range 2, it burns. Not bad. For free, for a splat, it's not too bad. He is attack 1, so, you might get it. It's very situational. Very situational, with these guys. He's going to set you back 30 points, 3 VPs. He's a 5-up recon. I like this guy, though. I like him. I think he's survivable. Resilience 1. He's only 30 points. So he's pretty good. He's pretty good. All 3 leaders are really good. But I like this. I just, for whatever reason, love this model. Love this guy. Okay? I like the tentacle beard he has. Very cool. All right. We're moving on to the troops. Okay, we have 3 of them. First one, he is the Inker, moves 1-2, 0 armor, 1, size 1. He doesn't have a shoot stat, so if you need the Blight's ability, you're going to give him a 7+. Fight of 6, save of 6. He has the Ink Sac rule, which we will go over right now. Ink Sac. When this model is killed, place a smoke screen in its cube, as if the cube was hit by a smoke grenade. In addition, once per game, a model with this ability can deploy a smokescreen in its cube at the beginning or end of its activation. That is really cool. So basically, the Ink Sac is almost like a smoke grenade. He can drop it, or when he gets shot and killed, it automatically blows. If you don't know that the Nameless have 2 Ink Sacs in them, right? So one Ink Sac is for dropping an ink sac or a smoke grenade, but it's basically, we're going to call it ink sac. The other one is if he dies. All right, pretty cool. He's 8 points, 1 victory point. This is your chattel. These guys are there. It's almost like a free moving smoke grenade. So I dig these guys. They have a place in here. It's like getting 2 smoke grenades for 8 points that move and you can control. Very cool. I like him a lot. Scuttler. This guy moves on a 1-2, 0 armor, 1 size. He has no shoot stat again, 5 fight, and a survive of 6+. Beast, Horde, Agile, and Evade. Now we covered Evade in one of the other videos, but let's revisit Evade. If this model is hit but not killed or pinned by a shoot action, it may make an immediately 1 cube move in any direction. This may generate a fight as normal. So these guys get shot. They can move if they survive. They're able to move 1 cube somewhere. You can move up, you can move into cover, or you can start a fight with somebody. It's kind of cool. It's like they're getting shot and they're very agile. They can jump out of the way, very very quick, or you could hide, fight, whatever you want to do. They are 8 points, 1 victory points. I think what's nice is these guys with the Inkers, okay, very synergistic. You work together. They can hide. These guys are here. And don't forget the Horde ability. You get a few of these. So if you're taking them, you're going to have to get a few of them to get that Horde ability going. And what's nice is they're 8 points, 1 victory point apiece. They're exactly the same price, but they do a lot of things differently. All right, let's go to the Keratin. Now, if you notice, this one was based on the striker from Dreadball. We were calling him the Shrimp, but he's the Keratin. I really like the model from the Dreadball game. This guy's pretty cool also. This guy is super movement. He moves on a 2-3. He's a size 1, got 0 armor. No shoot, fight of 5, survive of 5. Frenzy 1 and Beast. All right, 9 points, 1 victory point. I got to tell you, I love these guys, man. Frenzy 1, 5-up fight, okay, but Frenzy 1. They move on a 2-3, throw a movement dice on them, they're moving 4. Okay, you in the recon, you get a move up. Oh man, they're good. They're good. Frenzy 1 with a 5-up fight. I'm digging it, man. I like all 3 of these troopers. I really like. Love the models. Love the abilities. Let's move on to Specialist. This is where the rubber hits the road. All right, my boy, the Assassin. Okay, he moves on a 2-3. Armor 1, size 1. He's got a 5-up fight and a 5-up survive. Check it out. He's got the Razor Claws. Range F, AP 1, Frenzy 2. Oh my goodness. He also has a jump pack. Right? He's a beast and he's stealthy, so you can't shoot him. 17 points, 2 victory points. You can't get full model on him. You will, you know, with these guys, you're going to have to throw some command dice on them. You're going to have to maybe use a sniper scope, holo sight, stuff like that, because you don't want to get these guys in combat. Even though a 5-up fight is, you know, you look at that and you say it's not that scary, you know, 5-up fight. You know, I know stuff with 4s or 3s are, you know, really tough. Frenzy 2 on a 5-up fight can do some damage. He's very mobile, jump pack. I've said this before. A lot of people don't agree with me that jump packs are very, very powerful, but when you can jump over, you know, the spaces, you know, on the same level, you can jump over 1. He moves on a 2-3. Okay, so it's essentially, it's like, you know, you're going to move, you're in a cube, you're going to go 1-2 into that cube. Yeah, it's really good. Also, if you play Deadzone correctly, they can't just jump up at certain levels or whatever. You have to take it the orthogonal movement. So having a jump pack makes a huge difference. He's very mobile on a 2-3 with a jump pack. You know, these are really tough. Like these guys, the model's kind of cool. It's a combination of like the crab and the armor together. It's really cool, and he does have the armor one. So, you know, check him out, the Assassin. The Needle Drone. These are new models, new guys. Okay, they move on a 2-3, no armor, size 1. Shoot of 6. They do not have a fight stat, but they do have a survive stat. They are beast, stealthy. I think because they're small and they float, so they're stealthy. They're agile and they have psychic ability. Basically, they're psychic charge, range 2, psychic blast on a 6+. All right. They are 10 points, 1 victory point. These guys are okay. These guys are okay. Don't dislike them, but I don't know how many I'd take in a match. For 10 points, 1 victory point, you're taking up a specialist slot, and you know there's some other good stuff in here that I would choose personally. These guys might be good to fly around, blast some guys off of things, move some guys that way, and then maybe grab an objective. Although they are beasts, you know, they can't pick up items. They can stand on objectives. So, you know, try them out. Let me know, you know, when you get this, if you see this video, or, you know, hit me up in a way. Let me know what you think of the needle drones. Next guy, the Gunslinger. I really dig this guy. I like the model. I think it's cool. He's got the crystal pistols. He moves on a 1-2, armor 1, size 1, 5.55, right across the board. Twin crystal pistols, range 3, weight of fire 1, rapid fire, and he's got the triclinic shard. Triclinic shard. If this weapon causes potential damage, remember potential damage, place a triclinic shard token on the target model. We use these little fake crystals that we put on there because it's a shard. Nameless models targeting a model with a triclinic shard token receive +1 dice to a fight test. This effect is non-cumulative. You can shoot them 5 or 6 times. It won't be cumulative. What's cool about that is this is the first time that we have a plus for combat. All right. So, you know, we've had tag or target acquisition or things like that. But this one is basically for melee. So think about it. You get a bunch of the Scuttlers in there. They get a +1 to hit them, and if they hoard them out, you know, each one of them gets a +1. You can only shoot the guy once with it, and it stays for the whole game. So let me know what you think about the Gunslinger. I like the model. Cool stuff going on in there. It also kind of helps the little guys out in combat. You know, maybe a Keratin gets in there with Frenzy 1. I don't know. It's good stuff going on here. The Ogre. Look at this big bad guy. All right. He moves on a 1 to 2. He's got armor 2. Okay. He is size 3. No shoot stat. Fights on a 3. Survives on a 4. He's solid. He has Beast and Tenacious, which we already went over. Massive Claws, which is range F AP2. And he has a Defender Shield, which is actually cool because if you kill him, you can actually rip off his Defender Shield, which is, I'm assuming, the big shell on his back. Rip that off, and you can take it. So basically, he's armor 2, but he has a Defender Shield, which is armor 3. So, rip that off him. Pretty cool. Okay? Fights on a 3. Range F, AP2 claws. Whew. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Love this guy, though. Big, big, big dude. Size 3. 4 wounds. 35 points. 3 victory points. Very, very cool. Let's move on to the Terra. The Terra Specialist moves on a 2-3. Armor 1. Size 2. No shoot stat. Fight of 4. Survive of 5. He's got Resilience 1. Agile. And he's stealthy. Ravenous Maw, range F, AP2 Frenzy 1. So, survive of 5. You're going to have to shoot this guy because Frenzy 1, Resilience 1. Man, you know, I don't know if you want to get into combat with this guy. Plus, he's size 2, so it's going to be a lot bigger than the size 1 guys, obviously. 24 points, 3 victory points. He's a beast in combat. He's a tough SOB with the 5-up, Resilience 1, but he will cost you 3 victory points. So use with caution, keep him hitting, get him in combat when you need him. The Rifleman, okay, he moves on a 1 to 2, armor 1, size 1, okay, shoot of 5. Obviously, the Rifleman needs a shoot. He's got fight of 6 and survive of 5. He's Resilience 1. He's got the Crystal Rifle, which is a range 10 triclinic shard rapid fire. All right, so he can. He's essentially like a sniper with the range 10, but without the sniper scope. Shoots on a 5, which is pretty good. Resilience 1. So you can really go to town with him. I like this guy. 15 points. He's 2 victory points, though. 2 victory points. So, you know, like I said, they do some cool stuff, but if they die, you're giving up some victory points there. So let's move on to the vehicles. He is the Baffle. Moves at a 1 to 2. Size, it's armor 3, size 4. 5-5-5 across the board. He's solid, beast, tenacious, and psychic. He has 2 hard points. Now, right now, we don't have a model, but essentially this is going to be the, I don't want to call him a Strider because he's not, but you're going to be able to put stuff on him. So you're going to be able to get 2 hard points, light melee, heavy assault, explosive, lance, melee. All right, we'll go over the items at the later time. 27 points, 3 victory points, but you got to put stuff on him. So right now, the Baphomet, we really don't know much about him. We don't know what he looks like. I've only seen some concept drawings, but I wait for it. Like I said, solid beast, tenacious, and psychic. He's got some psychic abilities. So some cool stuff. Now here's the big boy. Here he is. The Goliath. Moves on a 1 to 2. Armor 2, size 4. Okay, 5, 3, 4 across the board. Fights on a 3. Oh my goodness. Solid, beast, tenacious, and tough. All right. He has a Crushing Maw, which is range F AP3. Now, he's got Lashing Tentacles. Range 2, Smash. Smash is a new ability that we're going to go over right now. All right, so Smash, new ability. When a weapon or a model with this ability hits and causes potential damage, you may smash the target model. Remember, potential damage. You're going to resolve the attack as normal. Then move the target model 1 cube in any direction. This may result in falling damage or being slammed into a wall. In addition, if the model enters a cube occupied by the enemy model, it will generate a fight. At the end of the move, the target model is pinned. So you could push this guy off a building, you could slam him into a wall, you can, you know, make him fight somebody. It's pretty cool. Also, the target model is pinned. So if you were waiting to use, your 2 short actions, you're going to have to use one to get up, or you're going to have to burn a command move dice or a fight dice or something like that. It's pretty cool. He is expensive, though. He has 48 points and 5 victory points. He is tough with a 4-up save, so he'll be around for a while. But I don't know if I want to get into combat with this guy. You might have to shoot him from far away. Armor 2 with tough, 4-up save. He might be around for a while, fellas. So I think Goliaths are going to be tough, man. I love him, though. Look at him. He's nasty. He is nasty. All right, so let's look at the new. We got a bunch of stuff. The crystal pistols, range 3 with triclinic shard. Twin crystal pistols. Way to fire 1 with the triclinic shard. They're, range 3, but they're pistols. So, corrosive blast, which is, some of the guys had. Shoulder-mounted phaser, razor moors. The psychic charge, okay? It's a psychic blast. That's what the needle drones have. Some cool stuff. Here's some of the things that the Baffle can take. The crystal cannon. Okay, 12 points, 1 VP, range 8, AP 4, way to fire 1 with triclinic shard. It is heavy and it's explosive. The crystal launcher, okay? The crystal launcher. It's going to use 2 hard points. 12 points, 1 victory point, range 5, AP 1. It's indirect 3, heavy with triclinic shard. Okay, it's heavy explosive. And the crystal cannon is not heavy, I'm sorry. Sonic disruptor. Same thing, all right? Same thing here. 10 points, 1 victory point, range 4, AP2, psychic, and it's suppression. So that's why he has psychic, all right? And it'll take 2 of the hard points. Massive claws, 7, 1, range F, AP2. So there's some really cool stuff here. Corrosive bile ducts, 8 points, 1 victory point, range 3, AP2, volatile, it burns, and it is heavy. So there's a lot of cool stuff, new stuff in here. If you look at the items, okay, ammo is irregular, all this good stuff. They have smoke grenades and they have access to energy shields. Obviously, they're both unique, but, pretty cool. So there's good fodder for your brain to pick some guys and make some cool stuff happen. Throw a hollow sight on a guy. Oh, my goodness. On a 200-point game, you take 2 hollow sights. Maybe put them on a Rifleman. Give it to the crystal pistols, whatever. It's some good stuff going on there. And that's the Nameless. New faction. There's some really cool, very strong stuff in here, but it is balanced. So on the surface, it looks very OP, but I think you guys should play it. Check it out. Tell me what you think at the bottom. I would not say I'm reading this and the guys are great, these guys are terrible. I would like you guys to play it and then comment below and let me know what you think. But I'm looking forward to this, waiting for the Star Saga models and also the release of the Nameless starter kit, which I'm going to get probably 2 or 3 of them. So, guys, thanks again for letting me talk to you about the new Nameless faction. I really enjoy these guys. It is a brand new faction. Go to town with these guys. Go crazy with them. And like I said, appreciate you letting me talk to you about this. We had a lot of good videos about Deadzone Outbreak. If you just click one of the links or click the card above, it'll take you to all the other videos. So once again, appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.